Hey guys, my name's Paul, and I've been a Lyft slash Uber driver for a year now. So I've done them both. There used to be a sidecar. Let's forget about that. I want to talk about the differences between Lyft and Uber. It's not a monopoly, either one of them, but pretty much almost is. There's only two out there that are popular right now, and those are the two. Now, what are the differences between them if you're a driver? Biggest difference is that Lyft gives you that $1.75 rider fee while Uber takes it. So it's basically almost $2. Uber takes $2 out of your earnings every time. And also, if you're a new driver now, Uber takes 25% while Lyft only takes 20%. Okay, so those are the two major differences. You lose $2 or $1.75 per ride. You lose that rider safety fee. Uber gobbles it up and takes it from you. So you lose that plus an extra 5%. Also, you don't get any tips with Uber. And the thing is that the rates are so low right now. They're like 90 cents a mile in a lot of cities and there's like no base fee to get in the car, that unless you're driving in a surge zone, you need every penny that you made, 90 cents a mile. So, if you're taking $1.75, they're taking almost 2 miles from you there, 20%, so they're just basically taking more from you than Lyft. Now you have the option to drive for both. You can do both. I recommend that if you're new and you're starting out, you do both. You try them both and you decide for yourself which one you like. I'm not going to tell you my opinion. I don't think it really matters. More differences between them are that Lyft gives you a tip option. There's a tip option built into the app, and everyone you drive, they have the option to tip you. So you feel like if you're working for Lyft, you feel like you should talk more, you should be nicer, you should offer extra service because you want to get tipped, or you want to see if you will get tipped. If you're new and you're starting out, you want to check out everything and find your niche. So those are the differences right there. Number one, Uber takes that rider fee, so $1.75 is gone. Number two, they take an extra 5% from you. They take 25% as opposed to 20 if you're a new driver. And number three, there's no possibility for tips. Could you get cash tips? Yes, but it's not really built into the structure, and it's not part of being an Uber passenger or an Uber driver. Other differences are basically opinions. There's a stigma that Lyft is the cooler, more pink, happier type of service, while Uber is a more stringent, black, white, and gray, more of a city type feel service. That's just how people perceive it, how it's been marketed. The truth is, they're competing services and they're going to war with each other. They're both trying to win the battle and get the most customers. Now, I've heard some people say that Lyft is, the smaller company and Uber is the big one. I think that's just perception also. You really want to investigate and find out which is the best one for you. What other people say doesn't really matter. So in your first 2-3 months of driving, you're going to check them both out and decide which is the best one for you. Or you're going to use the strategy of using both. Or you can, only appear on holidays or on big surge nights, so that you get more than 90 cents a mile, Another big difference is that Uber surges more than Lyft. So if you know the surge areas and you know when and where the surges are going to happen, you could potentially make more with Uber at those times. Because Uber charges the customer more, you potentially have the chance to make more. So I'll give you an example. On New Year's, I live in San Diego. I worked for Lyft. They had hourly guarantee. That's another big difference. Lyft offers hourly guarantees. Uber offers them also, but I think Lyft's are a little better. But then again, these are changing services. These things always change around from time to time. So whatever I'm saying in 2016 might be totally different in 2017 and 2018. So if in the morning it's going to surge. Or let's get back to New Year's. On New Year's, I worked for Lyft because I wanted that hourly guarantee. I wanted to make $40, $50 an hour or something. Turns out the next day, everybody told me that I'm an idiot and that everybody was getting times 10 in downtown San Diego, and that I could have made a lot more money if I would have went to Uber. So at that night, I kind of realized, all right, was I doing the right thing with Lyft, or should I have been out doing Uber? I went with the hourly rate instead of being out there myself and trying to get times 10. Did I make a mistake that night? You guys can tell me. But those are some of the main differences. The fact that Uber surges go up higher, and that's a big thing. If if you're working on a big holiday, you might want to check and see how high these surges are going before you commit to Lyft. But if there's no surge right now at 90 cents a mile, me personally, I don't think it's worth putting the strain on my car. I don't think it's worth going out there and doing that for 90 cents a mile. If you're getting times 4 surge at 90 cents a mile, you're basically making a cab rate, or even more. You're making almost $4 a mile. That's worth doing it, but how long is that going to last for? It's not going to last for long. You might catch 1 surge or 2 surges, and then you're going to be back at the 90 cents per mile rate. And I don't really like working for 90 cents a mile. For $1.50 a mile or $2 a mile, I would work every day and really put the strain on my car. I think that would be worth it. But for 90 cents a mile minus all these different fees, making 60 cents a mile to drive your car, that just makes you sick. Especially if you spent $20,000, $30,000 for the car, you'll definitely feel used and abused when the passenger slams their door and leaves your car. You'll feel bad about it. But that's my main differences between Lyft and Uber. The surging, the hourly guarantee. I would check with Lyft, look in your email, and see if you get hourly guarantees. Also, Lyft offers bigger bonuses. So if you're signing up as a new driver, check out the codes that you've seen throughout this whole video. Lyft offers the higher amounts, but sometimes Uber offers higher amounts also. So these things go back and forth. But for new drivers, I would definitely check out one of the promo codes for Lyft. Free driver credit is one of them, and you can click the link in the description and get like a $500 or $1,000 bonus for signing up with Lyft as a new driver.